So everything all right?
Matthew's fallen off his chair and he's sprained his ankle.
Is he badly hurt?
No, but it's not the first time this has happened. HR says that he hasn't done the manual handling training. Probably an oversight their end. I'll need to carry out a minimal investigation, see why this keeps happening. Are you free to attend interviews and make notes?
Not had any proper training, but I've seen plenty of cop shows.
It's just common sense, to be honest with you. Are you able to book a training room for an hour this afternoon?
Yeah, no problem.
I'll get cracking with this timeline to take in with us. This is just a checklist, Paul, so we can tick things off as we go. Let me know if I forget anything.
Great, yeah, everything's in order. You know, I'm actually looking forward to this. Apparently Matthew's been moaning about Susie taking advantage of his good nature, but I know Susie isn't like that.
Just think about your line of questioning, Paul,
yeah,
OK?
Yeah.
We're not here to make assumptions or to fight corners or listen to gossip. It's just to gather the evidence, OK?
No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, of course.
Just try to remain unbiased. How you doing, Matthew?
Well, not too bad, just a sprained ankle.
Well, I'm glad it's nothing serious. Come on in. Firstly, Matt, HR are going to arrange for some manual handling training for you, OK?
Oh, terrific, thanks, David. I didn't even think of that.
Great. So we're just here to get the facts about the incident. I've got a checklist here. Ooh. Sorry, guys. It's the MD. Looks like he needs me in a board meeting. I'm so sorry.
I don't mind doing it if Matthew's all right with it.
OK. Look, I'm really sorry, Matthew. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Paul.
Don't need that. OK, Matthew, could you tell me what happened earlier today, before, during and after the incident?
Well, Susie asked me to get a box down from the top of the filing cabinet, which I did. I'm always happy to help. And then about 15 minutes later, she asked me to put it back up again. And, well, I was quite annoyed.
Why were you so enraged?
Enraged?
Well, you said you were annoyed.
Well, yeah, I said I was annoyed. I didn't say I was enraged. Look, I've got targets to meet. I can't get any work done if I'm shifting things around for her all day.
And what else did she say?
She basically told me to get on with it.
So there's some animosity between you and Susie. Sounds as though you don't really like or respect her.
I don't see what that has to do with anything. And besides, for the record, I get on really well with Susie.
Right, OK. So you're suggesting that Susie told you to stand on the chair?
Well, no, I'm not suggesting that. I just said that I was busy.
And what did she say?
Well, she told me to get on with it. Look, I know she has a back injury, right? But I have a job to do.
I find it strange that Susie told you to stand on a chair. I don't hear her saying that in my head.
I never said that. Why do you keep saying that?
If you've worked here long enough, Matt, you should have challenged Susie and used the ladder. So you don't care about your health, no?
Yes, but I'm doing all Susie's jobs, Paul, and I'm missing my target.
Right, OK. It's fine, just calm down. So you're saying that Susie told you not to use the ladder?
Yes.
And what happened when you stood on the chair?
Well, I fell and hurt my ankle.
Could you elaborate?
Well, no. Look, I've got work to do. I've told you what happened, Paul, and you're trying to pin the whole blame on me.
I'm not.
Thanks for this, Caroline. I know how busy you are.
Oh, it's no problem.
Come on in. Are you OK after witnessing that incident earlier? Never nice to see that, is it?
No, I'm okay though, thank you. I sort of expected it to happen.
Paul's here to make notes for the report. Is that OK?
Yeah, of course.
Can I get you anything before we start? Tea, coffee?
No, thank you, I'm fine.
There's a pen and paper down there if you just need to make some notes. OK, so we'll start with the events leading up to the incident. What time did it happen?
I checked my log sheets and I had finished a call at 10:52, so it was no more than 10 minutes after that.
Excellent. And what happened?
I finished my call and Matthew shouted me over. He was stood on his office chair and he was asking me to pass him a box which he wanted to put on top of the filing cabinet. I said he should probably get a stepladder and not store anything else on top of the cabinet, but he said he'd done it loads of times. Hundreds of times is what he said, actually. Famous last words.
So you warned him about standing on the chair and also storing at height.
Yes.
Paul,
It's Matthew.
Paul, we're in the middle of an interview here. Come on.
Sorry, David.
Sorry, Caroline, you were saying.
I just told him to get the stepladder. He was muttering something about Susie, I think. From what I gather, he's got a bit of a problem with her.
Sounds like there's animosity between Matthew and Susie.
That's not very helpful, Paul. We just need an understanding of the events. But I'll make a note of Matt's reluctance. Carry on, Caroline. You told him it wasn't safe?
Yeah, he asked me to pass the box, so I did, and I went back to my desk. But then I heard him shout, so I turned around, and it looked as though the chair had rolled out from underneath him when he was leaning forward with the box, and that he'd possibly tried to grab onto the filing cabinet, but he'd fallen anyway.
Okay. And how are the surrounding conditions, the lights, the flooring?
Well lit. The floor was carpet tiles, so it was flat and clear.
Okay. Did you do anything else?
I checked to see that he wasn't badly hurt, and then I called the first aider.
Okay, so you called a first aider. Did you examine Matthew in any way?
No. I just asked him if he was okay, and he said he'd hurt his ankle.
Were you aware of anything else?
He was lucky the box didn't hit him when he fell. Oh, and after I called the first aider, I got the stepladder and put the box on top of the filing cabinet just so that it was out of everyone's way. I took some photographs of the box when it fell and just the scene, so if you'd like I can email you those after we've finished.
Thanks, Caroline. Is there anything else you'd like to ask Paul?
I'll just recap the events. So, Matthew asked for your assistance in placing the box on top of the cabinet. After telling Matthew to get a ladder and not store boxes on the cabinets, which you refused to do, he climbed onto his chair. You passed him the box and returned to your desk. You heard him shout and turned around to see the chair rolling out from underneath him. You asked if he'd been hurt, to which he replied he had a sore ankle, so you called the first aider. After that, you fetched the stepladder and put the box back on the cabinet, and you feel there's some tension between Matthew and Susie.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Paul, please remove that last comment. We've established that the animosity isn't relevant to this investigation.
My apologies, David.
Thanks, Caroline. I think that's all for now. If you've got any more questions, then just get in touch. But check that your contact details are correct on there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So once we've done the other interviews, we'll have your statement typed up. Thanks for your time.
That's no problem.
Cheers.
See ya.
See ya.
So, how do you think that went?
Better, but I need to stop with the Matt and Susie animosity thing.
You're learning. Right, let's go and grab a coffee and we'll see how these notes tie in with the evidence.
Yeah, sounds good.
Come on. Hi, Susie. Thanks for coming.
No problem at all.
How are you doing?
I'm okay, thanks. How are you?
Very well. So the purpose of the interview is just to get the facts from you regarding Matthew's fall. We're not here to point any fingers. We just want to know how to stop it happening to somebody else. Paul's here to record what we say for the interview and to clarify any points. We'll type up your statement. This will be sent to you after the interview. And we'll use these statements to compile our incident report. Are you okay with the aims of the process and also with Paul's presence?
That's fine.
Before we start, are you comfortable?
Absolutely.
Right. Could you start by telling me what time the event happened?
Well, I think it had gone noon, and I asked Matthew to put a box of files back on top of the filing cabinet because I'd finished with it.
Are you sure it was noon? Another witness said it might have been around 10:45 a.m.
Oh, do you know, it could have been. It was such a small request, I didn't think much of it.
Could I ask what was in the box?
Just some files.
Were they loose? You know, could they move around suddenly or...?
No, they were jammed in. It was well packed.
Can I ask, why didn't you lift the box back up yourself, Susie? From my understanding, it's only 5 or 6 kilograms.
I've an issue with my back, an old sports injury.
And what did you say to Matthew when you asked him to move the box?
Well, I asked him to put it back because I'd finished with it.
And how did he react?
He wasn't very pleased.
Can you remember exactly what you asked him to do?
Well, I definitely asked him to get a stepladder from the stationery cupboard and put the box of files back on top of the filing cabinet. And he said, he was busy, and I said, well, we're all busy, and that he should just do it. He still didn't do it, so I asked him again. Maybe I should look at his workload, I don't know. And then, well, I left to go to a meeting.
So you definitely asked him to use a stepladder?
Absolutely.
And how far away are the stepladders kept?
Just down the corridor in the cleaner's cupboard. It's taken a minute to grab them, but I know it's not the most convenient location.
I thought you said that they were kept in the stationery cupboard.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
OK, thanks for the clarification. And do we routinely store things on top of cabinets?
I'm afraid so. Yeah, there's just so much old stock lying around.
So you're saying that the reason that we store things at height is that there's old stock taking up too much space?
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Susie. Well, I think that's all I need. You got any questions, Paul?
I'll just recap if that's okay. So my understanding is that you asked Matthew for assistance in placing a box on top of the cabinet. You'd instructed him to use a stepladder, but you had to ask him twice as he wasn't happy with the first request. The contents of the box were well packaged together and evenly balanced, and we have to store boxes at height because there's a lack of storage, is that correct?
Yes.
Right.
It's such a shame someone got hurt over such a trivial thing.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Susie?
No, that's everything.
OK, thanks, Susie. Next, I'm going to email you your statement. Please read through it and sign it, and send it back to me if you're happy with your account. If you disagree with anything, give me a call and then we'll resolve any issues. I'm going to review all this evidence and then I'll write up the report for the management team. I'll send you a copy also. Again, if there's anything that you disagree with, please let me know, OK?
OK, and you've got my contact information.
I have, yes. Thank you.
OK.
Brilliant.
Great.
Thanks for your time.
OK.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, turns out the manual handling policy is out of date. I'll ask the health and safety team to do a review and make sure it's fit for purpose.
What about the risk assessment?
Well, the last risk assessment picked up on items being stored on filing cabinets. One of the actions was for a storage and a housekeeping review, but I can't find anything here that says that was done. I'm going to have to follow this up with Susie.
I'll take it that goes in the report.
Absolutely. Thanks for your help, Paul. Really appreciate this.
It's all right, David. So what's next?
I just need to take a look through what we've got now. How do you think that last interview went?
That was the best of the day by far.
Why so?
Well, there were no interruptions, and we had a good rapport with Susie. She was easy to talk to.
Well, I think we can both learn from today. I shouldn't have left you in that interview with Matthew, and not because of you. They're important, and we really need to demonstrate that. We'll have to organise for some additional training. Right, let's go through all of this evidence, and then we can get on with the action plan.